Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning back in and listening. Pleasure. Today we have a very good show topic going on. We're talking about dating and relationships. So we all should have something to say about that. As you know about this time, we always ask you to like, share, and subscribe to our pages. Share this live link on all your social media platforms. We're gonna get right into the introduction of our hosts. Some on, some not. But we're gonna roll with the show. First up, I'm gonna introduce him in order. This not no. This guy started off already talking about the Eagles. We're gonna get to you, Corey. I see you, man. We're gonna get to you. First up, we're gonna make welcome Miss Lola Black. Y'all welcome Miss Lola Black to the stage.
Hey y'all.
Hey. Next up, we have coming to the stage Miss Procure. Y'all welcome Miss Procure to the stage.
Good evening.
Hey. Next up, we have my cousin, my regular on the show. Y'all welcome Montez to the show. Y'all welcome Montez.
All right, all right.
What's going on there? And y'all welcome a very special guest. We have our own podcast. I'll let her plug herself. Hey everybody, I see everybody. I'm gonna get to y'all in a second. Y'all please welcome Miss Serena K to the stage.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello. I
All
needed my
right.
theme music so I could oh no,
Get pumped up on your introduction.
you know. Uh, uh, uh. Hi everybody.
How you doing?
What's going on? Let me change the background while I'm introducing y'all. Um hit the wrong thing. And let me do this one minute. Last but not least, they already say he's gonna be getting muted tonight. Y'all welcome to the stage. Mega Ball.
Mega ball.
How y'all doing? How
What's
y'all doing?
going on?
Hey, my name is Tom, but I go by Mega Ball. I go by Mega Ball.
Who gave you that name, yo? That's the question.
I got that name because I be balling so hard, so I just be like, I'm Mega Ball.
No, no, I said who gave
Wow.
you that name?
Huh?
He
Yo,
made
you
that mess up one night. We was doing something. He was playing the lottery. He looked down and told me, he Mega Ball, 'cause that's what he was
Oh,
playing.
you remember that cuz? Yeah.
no, that ain't where it came from, cuz man, oh my God. We'll talk about it offline.
Oh yeah, you
Man,
got
where
another story.
I ain't get
Yeah.
that name from him.
You crazy. You
Where I get
Uh
from when? What is you
what?
talking
What do
about?
what? When I was in California, you became Mega Ball.
Oh yeah, I've been but no, this when I
Okay,
said
cuz you hey Rob, you heard him. He said, oh yeah.
no. I said this around robbing them at the store, and then when I started effing with I'm Mega Ball. That's how I started saying, yeah, Mega Ball. Yeah.
Oh, we gotta
But
start the show,
All
man. We
right,
on
well, we're gonna
this is the
move
first
right
time.
on. So I missed it doing the introduction. So, but we can put it out there for everybody because I see we got some comments. I'm going to get some of them comments, get it all out the way. Corey, I'm gonna put you on first since you had something to say. I'm gonna just show this guy, just get it out the way, so I ain't got to address you. Yeah, he want to talk about the Super Bowl. He an Eagles fan. Joe said, "What up?
Uh-huh.
What up? What up?" He said, "What up to everybody?" Uh, Wanda said, "Hey." Corey, back to the garbage. I ain't
Hey
gonna keep putting up.
everybody.
Corey said, "What up?" All right, so I was gonna. I meant to ask everybody as I brought them in, but moving so fast. So we just asked for everybody that's on here. Um, what's your status right now? Are you single, dating, married, divorced, widow, etc.? You might got some new status or category we don't know about. Please explain.
The
Anybody
new
want to go?
category, the new category is situationships. That's new. That's some new stuff
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
right.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, situationships and a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just me
I'll
single as a dollar bill at the moment right now. So I'm gonna say that.
I'll take
I,
single for 1,000. I am happily single.
Man, go back to the single
Oh
show.
no, I ain't single. I'm happily and with my lady and stuff. Maybe close to getting married. So
Okay.
All for black love.
say that again. Uh, I'm
Yeah.
I, I'm I'm in a relationship and I'm happily and most likely probably get married. You know,
Most likely.
Okay.
most likely
That's what's up, man. I love to hear that.
going that.
Let's
That
let's see
sounds more
let's see
like
how
a
your
yes,
cousin follow.
Amana.
Huh?
So, see how your cousin follow behind you. Let's see what he gonna say.
Nah, he done.
Man, hey, look, I
No,
ain't been single since 1988,
he
yo.
had he had his wife before, cuz.
I
I ain't
was
been
I want to
single
see
since
what he
eighth
got going
grade.
on there. I ain't gonna
Oh
say
yeah,
that. I'm gonna let him talk.
I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship, man.
Okay.
I've
Now I
been married
know.
3 times. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm
I
good,
mean,
100%.
Yeah,
3.
you heard him say Trey.
Yeah, 3 times. But I'm the world's greatest ex, though. Like world's greatest ex,
We
best
all
ex
need those.
possible. Yeah, yeah, I'm him. You know,
Yeah.
four
Ain't
sons,
nothing
three
wrong with
different
that.
wives. They all grew up together. Like I know how to keep it together. So yeah, I know a little bit about relationships. I know everything to do wrong, so I can definitely advise. Expert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see something. Because Junior said you've been saying you're getting married for 3 years.
I, I believe him this time. I
Yeah.
believe him.
All right. So, as you know, this show about dating and relationships. So, mm, most of everybody up here is single. So, we do have a. Let's go with this. I don't know if I'm gonna go with this. Good question to start off. So it said, "Are you a good person to date?" And for those that's in a relationship, are you a good spouse? If so, what makes you good? Date, what makes you good? Let's go on. Marty, you on the screen. I'm gonna let you go ahead and continue.
What makes me good? I would say that my strongest quality is I'm a good listener. Right? I'm not very thoughtful. I'm not like thoughtful, but I'm a good listener. You know, I know that sometimes I could. That's something I'm struggling with right now. It's like I don't like buy a lot of gifts and things. If a person tells me what they want, I'll get that. But as far as putting a lot of thought into other people, I'm struggling with that. Only child, kind of spoiled, right? But as far as like
No,
my strengths, huh? Somebody said
no,
no.
no.
No what?
I'm an only
No.
child too. I don't possess those things.
Well, I could just speak for me. I use that as my excuse.
Okay.
I, yeah,
as long as we know it's an excuse, as long as we know it's an
yeah,
excuse.
Hmm.
yeah. Because I would call it a reason, but you would just call it an excuse, right? So I would just say excuse. Um, but
You
that's my
identifying it,
thing.
so that's a
I
start.
identify it. Yeah, I'm working on it. But my strength, I'm a good listener, and I'm a good supporter. You know, I take other people's thoughts and feelings into consideration. Even though at the end of the day, I'm probably going to do what I want to do. But I do listen.
You're honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you putting it up there up front. Um, Somebody else want to go say something?
I'll go if nobody else.
Okay, here we.
For me, it's being self-aware. Um, that's what makes me a good person to date. I've been dating and in relationships way longer than I've been single. And so what I found is that with all of the relationships I've been in, I know how to be in a relationship. I didn't know how to be single. And so I took the time when I became single, I took the time to become more self aware. And instead of blaming my exes for the part they played in the relationship, I took a look in the mirror and self reflected. And I think that that's the reason why I've been single for so long now. Because a lot of things that I put up with in relationships and a lot of ways how I was more accommodating in relationships and things like that, I'm no longer that. And so I come fully healed and I come fully aware of who I am and what I bring to the table. And so that's why I feel like I'm a good person, great mate. Um, also, let me not say bring to the table, because these imaginary tables that we all are sitting at is kind of weird to me. I don't believe
Yeah.
I don't believe women should bring anything to the table. I think that we already come with nurturing, and that's what we're designed to do, is nurture. And so that's what I come with, nothing else. So
All righty. All righty. Somebody next.
I'll go. So I believe that I am a a good person to date. I would date myself 1,000%. Um, and I would say that the person that I am now, definitely, I know that I'm a good person. I listen, and definitely take all things in consideration. It it took time to get there, and you gotta go through things to understand and be a little more empathetic, and to see a whole view of all the things that's happening, and understanding that everybody has a story, everybody has a trauma response, and being able to work and nurture through that, um, in a relationship. So that's what makes me, I feel like, the bee's knees.
Word.
Kira, you got something you want to say?
Um, I'm special. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of different. So, all my life I've had all my life I had to fight. You know what I'm saying? So, having this like legal background of how I move around in spaces, um, just makes me like you just got to come correct. Like you got to, because I can see everything a mile away, right? And so when people try to, bring me some BS, I'm just not having it. And so then I get labeled as, oh, she's aggressive, or all of these type of things. And yeah, I am. When you try to play me, I'm most definitely aggressive. You gonna catch you, yes. But
no,
if
baby,
you
you're not
come,
aggressive.
huh?
I said, no, you're not aggressive, Pooh.
Yeah.
No,
Listen.
no. I don't know. No, all I know is the softer side of you. But let me tell you, the only time aggressive lives, and the only time aggressive lives with a woman is when she is dealing with feminine energy, and so aggressive
Listen.
is masculine. And so if you're dealing with the feminine man, you have no choice but to have that aggressive masculine
That's
energy.
what I said. If you bring me some crap, then that's what you're gonna get. And so and I'm like low tolerance to, actually I'm no tolerance, to it. And so um if you are coming in your full self like you're supposed to, without the extra, then I am a great person to date. But if you come in with some ulterior motives, I'm the worst person to date.
Dig it, I dig it.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm gonna say something. So for me, of course, I'm the best. But it is one of my greatest things is, like you say, I listen very well and I know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always looking at how to make things flow smooth. So I just leave it at that. Quick and easy.
Yeah.
We got a question up here. Let's see.
Oh, look, Joseph. Joseph, we not about to let you do these assumptions about if the daddy was in the house, this, that, and the third. Listen,
He said to the woman, "Did you have your father in the house growing
right?
up?"
See, you're already ready to come for us and
So
stuff
let me,
like that.
no, I want to be the one to answer that, right?
Go ahead,
Okay,
man.
come on with it.
Because let me say this, because most men, they'll ask if you had a father in the house, but and a lot of women do have fatherless behavior, but I think a lot of the times people don't understand that the father left. You left your child to be this. So we got to make take the responsibility and blame that on the fathers, right? And so you don't have to have a father in the life, but you can have multiple male, males in your life to show you how it's supposed to go. And then also, really, you don't have to have a father when you have the father, right? because ultimately what we're doing is we're going by the word, and we're going by the word of God and whatever it is that you guys believe in. But you don't have to have a father when you have the Father. And so when people ask that question like that, I take them to the book.
Hallelujah.
That was the answer for you. Okay, we'll add you back to the stage, cuz.
No, I ain't know how I had got off, and I was like, I hitting the button.
Oh, I see you had muted it out, and I ain't know what you had going on, so I just moved you off for a second. So I see your
Oh,
face come back.
oh yeah.
Crystal say that's right. Say that. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna touch that father subject right now. Pull
Yeah,
that
I've
around.
never asked that question before.
Yeah,
That might be pending.
I haven't
I've never
asked that
had it
question.
asked.
What?
I would say I never had it asked, but I've heard it being asked, and I've
Yeah.
heard it being asked in a couple different ways. Some guys ask just to be curious. Some guys ask to know how they can prey on you.
Yeah.
So,
And then having
I've
a father, sorry.
hmm.
I said,
What
No,
you
and
go
say?
then
ahead, man.
having a father figure in the house doesn't necessarily mean that that you're gonna grow up to be XYZ. Because for me, and not to put my whole business out there, I met my father when I was 28, and I blamed him for some of the choices I chose in men. But when I met him, I realized that my siblings, if I would have grew up in the house with him, I would have suffered some of the things that they suffer. And ultimately, it was a great thing that I didn't.
Yeah.
D say you need a
You
father in
do
the
not need
house.
a father in the house. You absolutely do not need a father in the house.
I guess it depends on what type of father you need.
It,
I mean, it's good to
right.
have
You need a
a
good
healthy, yeah, a
yeah.
healthy, good,
A male role
responsible father.
model. A male role
Yeah,
model.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because my
I
father
post.
wasn't in my house. Oh, I'm sorry.
But
No,
you need
go
a
Say
ahead, go
my
No,
ahead.
go
father
ahead.
my
you need
father wasn't in my house, but I was always with my father, around my father. Come get me. So my father exhibited what a dad what I would know a dad should do, always being there. But he didn't live in my house. I didn't live with him, but he was there. And as it was just mentioned, I also had great male role models. I had my uncles. I had a lot of uncles, and older cousins. But just saying, I mean, I kind of get that theology of the father should be in the house, but it ain't always a good thing. Just like, if we're gonna go that way, some moms ain't good either.
That part.
I
A
think
lot. Don't
that
say some. A lot. Don't
Right?
say a lot. Just because they
No, I'm
got
gonna
the
say
kids
I'm gonna
don't mean
say
to make good.
some because
Nah,
I'll
we
go
gonna
with
say if
some.
we gonna say a lot when we talk about the males because
Yeah,
I ain't comment when we said a lot of dudes leave. A lot of times that ain't the situation. Sometimes these women running good guys away too. We never speak on it from that point of view. So at the same time, we gonna say it. We got to be honest. There's a
yeah.
lot of women.
It is. It is a lot. It is a lot.
You know a lot of you could go down and list a lot of people you know
Yeah,
in your
it's a lot.
neighborhood, your girls you work with. You know a lot of them mamas ain't hitting on nothing. To be
But we
correct.
gotta we have to say, because a lot of men that are good, they claim to be good, and then they go off to the whore. And so then you're looking at, oh, I'm good, I'm a good man, but you're dating or trying to date the whore. You're trying to date the Instagram model. You're trying to date the women that's out of your league. You're trying to date the women that's giving you the run for your money. And then when a good guy's going bad, he's gone forever. I don't understand that. Like, if we're gonna, call a spade, let's go ahead and call it a spade. A lot of the good guys don't want the good girl. They want the girl that everybody else wants. And I'm speaking for
Mm.
men and too, because women
No
do the
question.
same thing. We do the same thing. We don't want the good guy that's going to be good to us, that's having a little struggle, that's getting off the bus, or what have you, and things like that. We want the guy that everybody else got, and everybody else is scratching each other's eyes out over, and all of those things. And so then we have an issue. So yeah,
Well, I chose the
But
good guy.
I'm gonna.
I chose
Oh,
the good
go
guy.
ahead.
I did. My first husband was a good guy. It just didn't
I'm gonna
work.
say this though, but see, and this just touching a little bit on it. But all girls think they're good girls. Like even the ones that you call the whores, let them tell it. they the good ones. So from a male view, it's hard to identify. As you say, you saying the guy don't want the good girl, he going with the whore. Shit, it's hard to separate the whores from the good girls nowadays.
No,
They
it's
had it-
absolutely
No,
not.
Right?
It's absolutely not.
It's absolutely not, because what
If
we
you
have-
were meeting them in the beginning, it's in the beginning. You got to get to
You
know
know
that
I'm not a
person.
whore. You will know that. Listen.
because wait a
That would
minute,
be the
Rob,
last thing you would think.
let me say this. First of all, I think
Go
that
ahead,
a
go
lot
ahead,
of
man.
people will overlook red flags, and so it's no way in the
That's
world.
coming up. That's coming up. Don't go deep into that.
Okay, I won't. But if it look like a whore and it quack like a whore, it's probably a whore. And so,
Exactly.
and that's dress. That's the way they dress and carry themselves, the way they speak, the way they treat their children, the way they treat their mom, the way they conduct themselves on social media. You know, all of those things. So it's a lot of things that people. I can say what I want to say. I can sit here and tell you that I'm Beyonce, but you're gonna look at me and be like, no. So
Listen,
you're
great.
gonna know. You pretty much know, and then people will talk. Like if you let a person talk long enough, they'll go ahead on and tell you who they are. So
Listen,
I can't go.
dig it, right?
You smart. You
I
a
dig
smart
it.
man.
I am, but I'm saying it not just on. I'm just saying it in general terms. So if I was to tell you to describe a whore, what would you describe as a whore? And then when you describe that whore, tell me your good friends, half of them don't fit that box.
Mine don't.
Let's
Well,
describe
see,
a whore. Describe a whore, and then we go down that checklist. You know what I'm saying?
because it
Like
depends.
you just said, you said how they dress, how they talk, how they walk, how they treat people.
Because a whore don't care. A whore doesn't care. Just because a person has multiple baby daddies, it don't make them a whore. It may mean that they made a few mistakes, but it doesn't make them a whore. But a whore doesn't care. A whore don't care how
That's a
she
big
conducts
difference from
herself.
whores just having multiple
And
dads or whatever.
yeah, but see, and it's a big difference. And a whore don't care. A whore to me is the type of woman that doesn't know her place. If you're my man and we're sitting in a living room and we get a knock on the door, and I get up to open the door, that's you the man of the house. You go open the door. You the first line of defense, first and foremost. And then secondly, if it's one of your friends or two of your friends and they come here and we're sitting in the living room, I'm gonna excuse myself. And I'm gonna go to where I'm supposed to go and leave these men. A whore gonna sit in there and giggle and dizzy and be dizzy and twirl her hair and be all up in your friend's face. You know what a whore is. A whore is a whore all day long. It ain't nothing. You can't put nothing on it to make it nothing else. So you know what it is.
I got you. We could go all day on that. It's a lot of stuff I will say, but I don't want to take it from the relationship topic because
I think these are like the metaphorical whore. Because there's a thing like actual whores, like sex workers.
Yeah.
You know, a sex worker is one thing, but then like a whore, like a person with loose morals or an undisciplined woman, unbridled, maybe you can call it. Is that what we're referring to? But not
Yeah.
necessarily a sex
That's
worker,
a hoe.
right?
That's a
Yeah,
hoe.
it's different categories. It's levels to it. You know what I mean? So I got you.
that's why I was just saying. I was like, yeah, that's another topic. Just describe it. Like which whore we talking about? Break it down. What we talking about and describe it. But that'll go into something else. Good topic though. I think I hit everybody. Yeah, Joe said the same thing. What's a whore? Chris just said
Why do
something.
we only associate whores with women?
Women push me into the
Oh,
side.
Hello,
Women
hello, why do we only
started to be
associate
pissed
whoredom with women?
You say whoremongering or whores?
No, I said, why do we always associate whoredom with women?
Nah, it's with dudes too. Y'all just call them dogs instead of whores.
Those conversations are the things that we don't hear.
What about like
Shit,
bastards?
y'all do. Y'all talk
Like,
about.
when
We
you say-
talk
when you
about
say
dogs.
bastard,
We talk about dogs and
Especially
bad men
Hold
all the
on.
time.
What we don't want to do is deflect, especially
question.
from men.
Okay,
No
because
question.
traditionally a whore is a woman prostitute. Typically, like when you say whore, you actually think about a woman prostitute. That's where the idea comes
But in
from.
society, but when we talk about whores in society, just in layman's terms, it's always a woman that sleeps with a lot of men. And so, what are the men that sleep with a lot of women?
Jezebels.
whatever you want to call
They
them.
got that
No,
Jill.
Dog.
because we got a name. What's the man's name?
I don't know. I
Dogs.
guess
Y'all
y'all
call
can give
them
us
dogs.
one. Yeah, dog.
No, a
call
dog
them
is
dogs.
different. A dog
Yeah,
is
shit.
that's a different kind of because you
It's
can
really the
Dog,
same thing. It's just a
if you
double
think about it,
standard.
not be a dog.
a dog running around trying to hit anything. So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the qualification with there's the thing that makes sure that you can be single and you won't be classified as the dog has to have the woman and he's out here having sex with everybody else. But what is it that is a man that sleeps with a lot of women?
JT,
Well,
your
a whore was
phone,
a person who sold her body, and so I guess
We're
a
not
man
answering my
who
question,
sells.
but okay, continue. We're
What?
gonna deflect
Okay,
here.
so
Okay.
like, no, it's not
hold on
deflection.
one
We're trying
second.
to break down
Your joke.
the.
I have speakerphone, JT, but I'm gonna mute it. Go ahead. My
So
bad,
like,
y'all.
no, you good. So like with the whore, it was traditionally a woman who sold her body, for money, like for sex.
I
And
just
she
asked what do
exchanged.
we call men who sleep
So,
with a lot
so
of
the
women?
so I guess that's the definition of a man who sells his body for sex. I don't
A
know.
gigolo. What is
Okay,
it?
so
Gigolo?
that's
A
the
Yeah,
answer.
gigolo.
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 Yeah, gigolo. So I
Gigolo.
guess that's the answer.
Yeah,
Oh
gigolo.
yeah, see, boom. That's somebody just said a gigolo. Yeah, gigolo.
Yeah, here gigolo.
Yeah.
Hey,
But I had
A
to look
gigolo
up the
wouldn't know.
definition while we were
Yeah, that's
talking,
what I'm doing.
and
Yes.
it's
Okay, go
not
ahead. No,
a
boom. Here we
male or
go. That's what I want
female
to hear.
thing. It's just a prostitute.
Just a
It doesn't
prostitute.
say male or female. It just say
So,
prostitute.
Just a prostitute.
So male could
do
be
they
a
call
whore
them
too.
male whores?
Yeah,
Yeah.
male horse.
So would it be a male whore, or is he just a whore? Period.
It's a whore.
Just a
Just a
horse because
whore.
it doesn't identify male or female.
Thank you.
It's
Okay,
just the
that's good.
double standard made it automatically a woman is a
Thank
whore,
you.
and then a
That's
man
all
that
I was
does it
trying to
all
get
the
to.
time
Thank you.
is the man
Oh nah,
JT,
by
your
society.
phone. You got your
not for
phone on
real.
speaker.
But you know what?
It's
The
feeding
mic.
back.
My mic is on. Can you hear me?
All right, it's better now. It's good. You good?
Okay.
But y'all do know why it is.
Say what you say, cuz I couldn't hear you.
I'm saying the women, they do why it is a double standard, but you know why?
Come on with it. They ready to jump on you. Look at them. They ready to pounce on you.
It's not as the same as when the man does that and the woman does that, because we're not giving up really nothing. You know, when a woman lay down or whatever, she's let the man could take control of her body. She'll let him just take control of the body. So it's kind of different.
It's your phone is breaking up.
Yeah, you breaking up, cuz. Hey,
Can y'all hear?
no,
you
what it
fading in and out.
Huh?
no, so what it
Yeah,
is, Metro, it's not that a woman is letting a man take control of her body. It's just it's a double standard. Because women are looked at to be nurturing, and women are looked at to be, this, our moms glorified, and you're supposed to be this, that, and the third, and the men's supposed to be able to get away with it because it's a man, but it's not. It makes you a whore too, and you're giving your body away too, and you're lowering your standards and lowering your morals as well. You're spreading spiritual transmitted diseases as well. If we're gonna talk about it, so
no question.
And it's
No
not
question.
just sex, though. When you prostitute yourself, you can prostitute yourself for a whole bunch of things.
Attention.
Exactly. Attention whore.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
JT, I muted you
so-
again because you back to feedback. Bad.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
JT, what kind of phone you got?
iPhone 15. Hold on. Let me put my
Who's your
headphones
service?
on. Huh? Verizon. This joint better be good. Hold on. Let me see if I can put it on my headphones. Hold on.
You have to go to the network and ask them to fix it.
Boom. So while we in all this whores and different things of this nature, let's go before we get into the dating part. You should know this up front. Your deal breakers. What are your deal breakers? You should be able to know that when we old enough, you should know your deal breakers. What's a deal breaker for you if not?
Child support is a deal breaker.
There you go.
Not
Not taking care of your kids.
yeah, not having your own is a deal breaker. Not being able to effectively
Still the
communicate,
same thing.
being a womanizer is a deal breaker.
Uh-huh.
Cheating is a deal breaker. Lying,
mommy issues, daddy issues.
not washing your hind parts is a deal breaker.
Shit, that shit should have jumped out there first.
Not having emotional intelligence, not having any emotional intelligence, because because men got baggage too, a bunch of baggage.
Everybody got baggage. That's one thing. That ain't no sexy shit there. Everybody got baggage. Let me get back to these comments. Somebody say the bad attitude. Someone who's not involved with their children. Damn right. High
That's the number
maintenance.
one.
High maintenance.
High maintenance is a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
High maintenance.
So you'd rather a woman have low maintenance?
That's just when it's too high. Like
No.
it could be a problem.
No.
What is because to me those things are luxury. And what is too high? Because either you can maintenance it or you can't. When the maintenance
so if it's too high.
when I lived in an apartment and the maintenance man came over to fix something, he was able to fix it or he couldn't. He had to get somebody else of higher maintenance to fix the issue. So
I guess it's 60 watt over 100 watt.
Right.
But no, and that's what the guy's saying. If he's saying being high maintenance is a deal breaker, it's like I'm not gonna go out and get a Bentley because I know that the tune-ups and the parts and everything is outside of my budget. I like how it looks. I love the vehicle. But if it's too high maintenance, it doesn't make sense for me.
Is that high maintenance or is that outside your means? Because
it's the same. It's both.
I
can afford it.
Those are two different things.
Let me finish. Just because I can afford $1,000 tune-up doesn't mean I want to. Just because I can doesn't mean that I want to do it. So if it's high maintenance, a person with respect for what they earn and respect for what they want to keep knows what's outside of their range. And so if a guy's saying, yo, you're too high maintenance, I'm not interested, he's entitled to that.
Because
why are you gonna say he's wrong for saying that? That's his limit.
Let me say this real quick. And I kind of agree because like you saying, I can afford it. But they saying if you don't have the money to buy it 3 times over, then it's going to be a high maintenance issue because keeping it up, like he's saying, I may have, let's say he got 500,000, but he buying this something that's gonna cost 100,000 to maintain.
I don't see that as the same thing because it's like paper towels, right? You want the paper towel that's going to absorb, don't you?
You won't buy.
You want the paper towel,
but that's different.
The same thing.
That's somewhat different as well.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Some towels, when you get out the shower, will not absorb the water off of your body. You just wiping forever. You want a high quality towel that's going to do what it's supposed to do. And so if that is, and I want that towel. And so if that's high maintenance, I don't know what to tell you.
So would you agree? Agree? Like if you go ahead.
I want to say.
I think that what they're saying, baby mama, is this. They rather the towel that don't absorb because they don't want to put in the work to pay for the towel to do.
Not at all.
So
not at all.
Not at all.
That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying.
What you pay for.
Hold on.
That's not what we're saying.
Hold on.
So we don't shop and look for deals.
Hold on. Let me speak. Let me speak real quick. I think what's going on. We are trying to find a phrase or a word phrase using the words high maintenance. Okay, I get where the ladies is coming from, but ladies understand where us guys are coming from. Things that are high maintenance, we mean things that are unnecessary. All right, like the brother was trying to explain a little bit earlier. And I'm a foreign car owner myself, but a new Ford rides just as good as a new Benz. And when you have a person that's high maintenance in your life, that's taken away from myself and especially when we're together, retirement and things that comes on down the line. All right. A high maintenance person is a person that things that are not needed is now put inside of their budget. That's what we mean by high maintenance. It might not be the proper phrase, it might not be the proper term, but I want y'all to understand that is
No,
what
we
we
do.
mean
We
by
just
that.
trying to get y'all
That's what we mean by that.
to use the proper phrase. That's
Yeah.
we completely get it. Let's be clear. But we
Mhm,
want
mhm.
when we gotta, like, language is very important
Now,
because
here's
Understood.
the kicker.
I'm gonna
Understood.
say
This
this
is
because
subjective
I'll
too.
say, like,
Yeah,
my
but
son's
language is transitional though. You gotta use context. You understand what we're
Yes.
saying, but
listen.
it's stay in
Yes.
context. We're talking about high maintenance. The shit is
So what y'all
unnecessary.
saying is
Period.
higher to maintain. Something
It's
that's higher
extra.
to maintain.
It's extra, and we don't need to add it to our
But
plate if we don't have to. It's
here's the
extra.
kicker. A guy didn't even say the high maintenance thing. A lady said it. So
Yeah, I didn't
So
it wasn't
say
even
high
a
it
battle
goes
maintenance.
to
for
her
her.
The
too.
matter
I
is,
didn't say
it's
high
It
extra.
goes to her too. It goes to her too because first of all, what a lot of people fail to realize is this: if I'm looking at something that is okay, let's take this for instance. Someone said that a person is materialistic. So if you know a person is materialistic, why you come with no materials? So
Don't
what
go that way.
y'all are saying is this
Mhm.
thing is higher to maintain. So I get the car reference and I get the things like what they're saying and what she may be even saying. It is something that I had a Cadillac CTS back in the day. I didn't know that the light when it went out on it. I didn't know that the light was gonna cost me $800 just for a back light. But when I got that in QX whatever Infinity, the light went out. It won't nothing but $100 and some dollars. So I understand what the car references, what we mean by the car references. So y'all just talking about something that is higher to maintain. But what my baby mama is saying is use the right term. So if we're gonna use the right terms, then we can understand what we're talking about here.
But we understand what we're talking about. Maybe we need to see what y'all talking about
See,
because we on the
and
same
I
page.
Talking about
Yeah.
the same thing. We're
Yeah.
I
talking about the same thing. It's just that, so like with my daughter's father, he is raising her to be a high maintenance, valued young lady. And he should be, because that's going to rule out a lot of the riffraff, because you gotta put in
So y'all
effort.
don't think riffraff come with paper? You don't think the most toxic dudes got a lot of bread?
Hold on, why did you relate riffraff to somebody having money? Because people
Because you
with
said-
riffraff can have money and cannot have
Yeah,
money.
for sure.
See, that's what
For
we be
sure.
talking about.
That's
See,
what I'm
see, I
that
think
asking
is
you.
I
That
see
was, it was a
things
question.
differently.
I asked you a question.
It's
You
not
said
about the
you said
money.
to rule out. You said it rules out the riffraff.
yeah, but
So
you
being a
automatically went to riffraff not having money.
No, you said that she was being raised to have a high standard, right? And so
Yeah.
to expect higher things. So my question was, do you think that men who can
Hold
afford
on.
high
You
things
said
are not
expect higher
riffraff?
things. I didn't say expect higher things. I said to be a higher valued woman when she grows up.
Okay, so that means to
so
be like.
I'm gonna interject right here. Serena been trying to say something for a minute. I don't mean to be rude, but I see she just keep
we get a
getting
little
quiet.
No, it's,
Go ahead.
it's
I'm gonna let.
I want her to finish though.
I'm gonna
really
get back to it, but she
go
she
ahead.
Eric,
Let her
listen,
finish
just
her
before I
thought.
said
Let her
something,
finish
she
her
keep trying to
thought.
come
Go ahead,
across.
Serena.
Go ahead and finish your thought first.
Go ahead. That thought going, girl. Go on, Serena.
I was just saying, like, high maintenance and all of that. I look at it differently. I look at it like my emotional bank account. You know, can I maintain what's happening here? Is it something that I can keep going with? Are you bankrupting me and not looking at money and all of those other things? Because I can do for myself. And I've always been able to do for myself. And I don't expect anybody to do for me. If you want to, sure. But I look at it differently. I look at, if someone's high maintenance, can we emotionally do this? Do I have to spend all of my time trying to usher your feelings and your emotions? And I'm over here in the corner breaking down, but I got to be strong because you having a hard time. If we got to do that all the time, that maintaining that higher maintenance, I can't do it. And that would, in that vein, for me, would make it a deal breaker if you're someone that I have to put not tangible resources, but all the other resources and trying to make things work and trying to help you be a better person and trying to help this work and having to keep doing that, having to keep putting into that, and it's now taking me out of this zone and put me up here.
Thank you, Shonda.
What did Shonda say?
That's my
and
other
she
baby
said-
mama. That's our other baby mama.
Serena.
She said high maintenance is subjective. Just like, all right, you got to know what you like and stand on that. Simple.
Right, and we said that earlier too.
I agree with what you're saying, because some people come with so much maintenance, and that's another way of saying higher maintenance, because you gotta continue to pour and pour and pour and pour into them, and sometimes we be pouring into cups with holes in it, and then you become depleted.
empty.
So you're higher to maintain in that aspect, because high maintenance doesn't always have to be
money.
monetary. 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 And so and I think that, you know, when I can't see his name, I don't have on my glasses, but when he said something about money, I believe that's what set my baby mama off a little bit, because that's not what she was saying. She was talking to the pouring into her daughter, the type of man that's going to pour into, and the type of man that's going to be able to it weeds out all the riffraff. It weeds out the men that are broke. It weeds out the men who are emotionally damaged.
They'll be talking about, oh, y'all pick them men and stuff like that. Them men that y'all be talking about, we be picking. That's what we're talking about.
It weeds out the emotionally damaged ones, the ones that has mommy issues, the one who has childhood traumas, and those things are draining. And I'm not saying that it's just men, it's women too.
Oh yeah.
I try to teach it to my sons. You know, when, you know, a lot of women, you know, have those issues. And I had a friend back in the day that was dating a girl, and he would tell me all of her issues, and you know, and she was hard to love. And so all the things that happened to her as a child, she pushed them off on him, and he was trying.
Manifested in adulthood.
He was trying to love her, but because she had the equation of seeing love as something that had to hurt, she hurt him. And so because she kind of made love and equated that to hurt. So everything that loved her had to hurt her, so she had to hurt too, right? So yeah. That's it. That's all.
To add on to what
I'm gonna just say, oh, go ahead, JT, go ahead.
Go ahead, Rob.
Nah, because I was about to change it to something else. Go ahead.
I was going to say to add on to what the sisters are saying is, when choosing a person and knowing that a person might come with damage, knowing a person might come with maintenance and stuff like that, we got to make a conscious decision. Is that a good buy for us? Is that a good for us? Because it's like, I'm referring back to the car thing, you know what I mean? But we're all used. It looks like we got gray all over the screen right now. You know what I mean? In our beards and stuff like that. So we're all of us, not y'all, all of us. I am a part of us, okay? All of us is what would be considered to be a used good. You know what I mean? So when purchasing a used good, we got to make sure it's worth the purchase. It's worth our time and our effort. Like the sister just finished saying about her friend, and the gentleman, and you know, it was hard for her to love on and stuff like that. If you know you ain't got it to give, I'm talking about your time, your emotions, your money and stuff like that. And I'm talking to mainly the fellas in the group, you know what I mean? And they'll be watching and stuff like that. Don't go crazy over no pussy now.
That part.
You go crazy.
You don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And like my daddy used to tell me, and this is advice that I should have took. I'm glad I didn't take, but I should have took. Don't get treated like a nut over a nut.
Come on.
You don't allow it to happen. And I'm pretty sure it works for the ladies too, but I'm a man. I only can speak for the men. You know what I mean? That is the point that I think got glazed over a little bit. We know that this person has these issues. We've talked to them enough, but we either one that invested our last 3-4 weeks trying to get to know this person, so we done went all the way in. No, you can still pull out at that point. And two, we look at ourselves like we Superman. I can help fix that. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Right. You might could be a part of that journey, but unless you are a therapist, a psychologist, or something like that, I'm sitting here. I'm a barber. I know how to do a fade. I cannot fix a heart. I
Mm-hmm.
cannot fix. I cannot fix a
Mm-hmm.
broken spirit. I could be supportive.
Yes.
I could be supportive, but I cannot fix that. That's all I
Thank
just want to say.
But you know what,
Yes.
JT, is it
Hmm?
JT? Is that your name,
Yes,
JT?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but see, and just to piggyback off of you, that's why a lot of us stay in relationships longer than we should. We stay in relationships longer than we should, thinking that we can fix something that we didn't break. And people don't understand it. Well, for me, what I learned to understand is I was born with the fruits, right? I was born with happiness. I was born with joy. I was born with peace. I was born with all those things that were in me when I was born. So anyone who comes into my life can't take that away, because you can't take what you didn't give me. So we're sitting here waiting for someone to make us happy, and whatever. Yeah, you can add to my happiness, but you can't make me happy. And when you leave, you can't take my happiness either, because you didn't give it to me. All you leave with is you. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm
it.
with it.
That's all.
I dig it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, good
Okay.
job, good job. Um, sorry, y'all. Listen, the comments was booming. I was trying to go
Booming.
back.
I see
I
him.
was trying to go
I
back to
see
read them. And listen, every time I get to 2 or 3, they flying through. So I just wanted
him.
to put that in the comments, like,
And I want to
so,
address, we always get, when we had these conversations, it's like an assumption that women don't know what we're talking about, or women don't know how to listen to men and all this other kind of stuff. I really believe that we were all saying the same thing, just saying it differently. And at our big old ages of 26, and I think Mandy is 25.
21.
21, my bad. That's right. We all just spent the block a little bit, and we know that we don't, when we talk about high maintenance and materialistic and stuff like that. The reason why I wanted to point out the difference is because my son
I thought
would
you
tell
said
me
something else. I'm about to say, what?
that you get what you pay for, because he'd be like, Mama, you want to go to the Dollar Tree and you want everything at the Dollar Tree to work forever. Like, you get the batteries is one of the things. I'll buy the dollar batteries thinking, wanting to act like a Duracell. No, it is not a Duracell. You got a dollar battery, Mama. It's going to last 2 days. That's it. So when, sometimes you got to pay that extra $2 so you can get that better quality. And
No, it's a difference between cheap and inexpensive. Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah, for
come
sure.
on.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like price,
Yeah.
cost, and value.
That's all I'm
It's all different.
Yeah.
And we're talking about abstracts, right? But we're really talking about actual people, like intrinsic value. So we can't really place a person's actual value on the things that they like, or the habits that they have,
That's right.
or their
Come on,
lifestyle.
Martez.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Yes.
we're on the same page. At the end of the day, though, it's about quality and character, not about the extras. You know what I mean?
Come
It's on
on.
who we are. So I'm
Because
with
I don't
y'all.
see none of us want nobody that's gonna be out here wasting no money. We ain't got time for you to be wasting no money. Wrong
For
with
sure.
you?
Right.
Time,
I think
energy, and money. You can't
sometimes
do it.
sometimes people stay in relationships and stay in situationships or whatever the ship you're in
Mhm.
because you confuse empathy and sympathy.
Come on.
When you and I talk about this with my staff, when we start leaning more into the sympathy, we take a lot more things than we shouldn't. We take, okay, yeah, they raise their voice at me, but I feel bad for them, and feeling bad for somebody. uh, it gets you in trouble not knowing and understanding when we're living in that sympathy area. And
Yeah.
and I think that keeps us in a spot. And I can say myself, I'm preaching to the choir. In the one relationship I was in it for a long time because I started to sympathize with the person. I
You know
couldn't
what?
fix them. I couldn't fix them, but I felt sorry for them and I wanted to fix them. I wanted to be the superwoman. And I stayed where I wasn't supposed to for too long. And I think and that's why, going back to the original question about, are we a good person to date? I had to learn that, to know that now I'm a better person, because I had to go through that and understand I can't be sorry. I can't have sympathy for somebody and not even understanding and doing for myself and looking at the whole situation and trying to fix something and trying to pour into a cup with holes while my cup is got a little crack on the bottom and I'm trying to keep both of them full.
And I'm gonna back off of you really quickly because you're absolutely right. And when you say that about empathy and sympathy, a lot of times I've been in two situations like that. A lot of times one person, they set the stage for that. They came in with the sob story. Because I'm nurturing, because I'm a mother, and because I watch people go through certain things, you played on that emotional part of me. And so when you came in telling me your mama smoked crack, and when you came in telling me your daddy left, and when you came in telling me all these things, all I wanted to do was show you that it's I can love you. I can do these things. Like, I want you to know that it's a loving person that's going to do that. But what you did was you set that stage, and then as soon as I let all my guard down and I start loving you and feeling sympathy and feeling sorry for you, that's when my guard was down. And then you took me and grabbed me by the little piece of hair that I got on this side and drugged me through Newport News. You know what I mean? and then another thing is that we stay in situations because a person could come and y'all, you know, the new words and the new things is coming out is love bombing. So you come and you see that I'm this type of person and I'm telling you I want to be loved this way. And I think that women too, shut up, because we talk too much. We tell a person what the next person done to us, the last person did, and all this stuff, and they come in and, oh my God, I'm never going to do that to you and all that stuff. Then they start doing it to you, and then you go stay in this relationship waiting for the old person to show up. So every day that you done beat me down and beat me up, I'm still waiting for that person that was there at first to show up, and he never comes because that's not who he was in the first place. And so I done been in this relationship 10 years, still waiting for the man that came around and brought me flowers and candy and all kinds of gifts to come back. And he never came back, and I've been with you for 12 years. And now I done wasted 12 years off my 25 years that I've been on this earth.
I think Sha Love said master manipulators. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Also,
I'm gonna go ahead and switch the topic. I'm gonna change the topic to this, man. Go ahead, JT. I'm gonna let you get it in. You start. After this, I'm gonna change it to. It was two segues to lead to what I was going to, but go ahead.
All right, I was going to say real quick because she said something in there. Is also what we got to look at, I guess, you know, or something we can look at. I hate giving advice outside of cutting hair, but one thing that I think we should also look at is this, because you also can have a situation where you got two people, right? Two good people might have some things going on with them, right? But they come at each other at the wrong time. And I get this story all the time. I get this. I got kids. You guys know me. I got 4 kids, right? And my son's mother, my youngest son's mother, loved that woman to death, into life. But together we could not do nothing right. We could not do nothing right together. So I had to make one of the toughest decisions in my entire life to break it off with that girl. Now, 6 years later, this young lady is very successful and I'm very successful. When we was together, we could not do shit together the right way. We was each other's downfall. In other words, we was each other's, like in terms, we was each other's downfall. I have my choice words for things that happen, but overall, I say it like this: good person, wrong time, wrong time. You know, she's doing way better. I'm doing way better. We go from, damn, do we got the money for the electric this week? Or, you know, because it's week to week by now. You know, it ain't month to month. It's week to week. You know what I mean? To, you know, they just take it out of my account. There'll be some money going. I'll check it at the end of the month. Was everything paid for? And stuff like that. Same thing with her. Going from,
but
you know,
people
no automobile.
Like for reason, season, or a lifetime. And so you got to figure out what their purpose is, reason, season, or a lifetime, because your purpose may have been to bring that lovely life into this world, your children, and that was all it was for. That purpose. So reason, season, and lifetime. And when we realize that, some people are temporary. Some people are meant to come into your life to give you the lesson, the hard lesson, because I done learned some lessons.
Yeah.
But and
That's true. That's true. We got to learn when when we outgrow that person, and when they, they done plateaued and they ain't on the same level. It's all on
Yeah.
what you can tolerate and what you capable to deal with and what you gonna put up with. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And since we always talk about that book and we talk about God and everything else, shit, sometimes we in our own fucking way. You know what I'm saying? That
Let's talk about
flesh, as we speak on, that flesh should get in the way. Them hormones, that lust, and that comfortability that everybody get caught up with because they comfortable with this person. They don't want to start over. Oh man, we could go on for days. But the
Yeah.
next thing I was going to was this is the big part in so many ways. Communication, man. Communication. Not everybody know how to communicate. Not everybody know how to address people the right way at certain times. You can't talk to a person the same way all the time. And just communication a lot. I seen somebody was waving their hand, wanted to say something.
That
I
was
ain't got
me.
my glasses on either. Go ahead, 21.
About communication, because I think that a lot of us think that communication is the key to relationships, and it's not. Understanding is. And so a lot of people say, oh, I just need you to communicate. I don't need a person to just communicate, because sometimes we're not communicating on the same level. I can communicate with my man the way I communicate with my 12-year-old, or I can communicate with my man the same way I communicate with my 6-year-old. It's the level of understanding. And so once we get that
But you got to
straight,
communicate to understand, though.
yeah, you
I
have to
can't understand. I can't understand what I don't know if you ain't never told me.
But it is the level of communication, because sometimes is the level of communication, because sometimes when we communicate with people with the assumption that they understand, with the assumption that they know exactly where you're coming from. And again, I can't communicate with my 7-year-old or my 6-year-old grandchild the same way I would communicate with a grown person. But at the same time, I could communicate with a grown person that understands on a 7th grade level, that understands on a 6th grade level. And so sometimes you gotta dumb yourself down or dumb things down. And just like you ever been in a relationship with somebody and you say the same thing over and over and over again, you looking at them and you think they understand, then they turn around and do the same thing again, and you just like, dude, I just, and you think that they understand, but I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was about to, but see, that's what I'm saying. See, and that's what a lot of people say it, but don't know what they mean, what they saying. It's still communication. Because if I'm going to make sure I communicate with you, when I finish saying what I'm saying, if you don't understand, then I'm going to communicate it another way. Communication, we're going to make sure we understand.
It's the listening.
You know why?
It's
because barking is communication too.
It is.
I mean, if you speak dog, you get it.
Yeah.
it's
But
it's
it took
the
another
listening
dog.
part
It took
of the
another dog to hear my
communication.
silent scream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But you
man.
gotta listen.
Because
You gotta listen.
here's the key. Correct. That's part of communicating. Listen, because everybody don't have the same understanding. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have the same knowledge, understanding, verbal. So when we communicate, like you said, we might have to dumb it down. We might have to speak another way. But if we in it for the right reason, and if I'm really, I don't give a fuck what kind of education you got. If I'm trying to make sure you understand what I'm saying, I'm gonna find a way to get it to you so you can understand. It's just that simple. And that's the same way in the relationship. When I tell you, sometimes it ain't what you saying, is how you saying it. You may come at me, one word could trigger the whole conversation because how you throw it out there. So it still comes down to communication. We gotta communicate. We gotta understand and bingo. You gotta listen to hear and to respond and understand, not to rebuttal, just to fly back to have something to say. All that stuff goes into communication.
Right. And you have to in a relationship, you have to know your person. Also, you got to know and what you're saying and what you're communicating. Is your person ready to receive what you're saying?
Right.
Is your person in this moment, are they going to listen to understand or listen to respond? You know, you're not going to go to somebody that's already hyped and you're trying to communicate. Both of you guys are feeling some kind of way. You're trying to communicate what you're feeling, but you got to look at everything, because if your person is kind of hyped Ain't nothing you gonna communicate. You can say it in Spanish, you can do smoke signal, you can send a pigeon to them. If they ain't ready to receive it, if they're not ready to receive or hear it, then it's falling on deaf ears. And now guess what? You are even more frustrated because you mad, y'all yelling, and then it's, oh well, you don't understand or hear what I'm saying, but you didn't look and learn your person to know, okay, they're in a heightened state. I need to revisit this so I can make sure what I'm saying is being heard so that they can listen to understand versus listening to respond.
And sometimes
Also,
it's compromise too. Oh, sorry, baby. Go ahead.
$40
Wait,
woman.
go ahead.
$40 woman.
Go ahead, baby.
Jay said he deal with $40 women. What's that?
And a nice pan.
That's that 40. That's that 40 ball. That 40 ball work magic.
Oh my goodness.
That's what that is.
oh my God, I'm looking at it.
Oh my God.
That 40 ball is the best thing smoking. I'm gonna drop that 40 ball. And I ain't gotta hear you talk about nothing. I'm going about my business. Sleep good.
It completely went
That's the
over.
no
I couldn't
strings
believe
attached.
$40 will get you in the game. I'm like, man, that's bad. That's crazy.
That 40 ball special. Somebody joined the
What?
show. Hold on. Let me see who joined it.
40 get you in the game.
I want to
What
see
I-
what JT has to say because JT, you've been sitting there waiting for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, JT. You want to say something?
To
You on
piggyback
the
off,
live show too.
Yeah, okay.
to piggyback off what the young ladies was saying is, I think when communicating and stuff like that, because Big G is right, Rob is right. You know what I mean? Communication is a must, and the sister, 21-year-old, is right too. Understanding is a must. But everything in life, whether we like it or not, has an order of operation. It is knowledge, wisdom, then understanding. Right? First, you got to know your subject. Like the sister was saying, the sister, I believe the sister was just saying, you got to know your subject. Then once you know your subject, your person, you will know how to talk to them. You will know how to talk to them. That's the wisdom, right? That's the only way that you will get that understanding. That's the only way. You got to know your person and know how to talk to them. And you got to also understand this too, ladies. I want to say this to ladies. Y'all was mainly brought up playing with doll babies and making this big fantasy world, and that's very complicated. We had our rock and our stick, and we was fine. So we simple, man. We at times we can be simple and simple-minded. And some things that y'all say to us at a certain point in time, we're playing with our stick and our rock. Hey, and I'm not saying that to be, to down us or nothing like that. Because we're very wise and complex. Men can be very wise and complex as well. But sometimes we just play with our stick and our rock. And you got to recognize that. You know what I mean? You actually, just like I have to recognize if I come into the house and I have a lady and I got to recognize, hey, look, she might be having a bad day. I might not want to play with her about her hair today. Or I might not want to play with her about this today. Not that she's going to just go out and snap out on me just because she hates me. She's having a bad day and it might reflect at home. So I need to feel it out first. And I think that happens a lot of times in relationships. We get straight to business once we see each other. We don't give people decompression time or anything like that. So just know your person. And I think that will help with both the sisters say. Once you know your person, it'll help out with both the sisters.
Hey, JT. So that's the reason why men say.
Hold on, I can't hear you. I can't.
That's your phone. I think it's your. Let me see. JT. If it ain't you, let me see. Hold on. Let me check.
Smoking Joe's the newest one.
Junior, that's your phone. You got to move your speakerphone around. When I just muted you, it went out. Yeah. Go ahead, Mega Ball. They say you sleep, man. They dog you in the comments, Mega Ball. They say you done took a nap during this show.
I ain't sleep. I'm listening to everything.
She sleep.
I've seen a couple people say that. But go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, look. 21. Go 21.
21 Savage. No, I was saying, agreeing with JT, and I was just basically saying, but that's the reason why men say 16,000 words less than women a day, because men are simple. They're simple. They you could tell a man, go to the store, I can tell you, babe, we need some milk. And then you sitting there like agreeing. But if I don't say, babe, can you go to the store and get some milk? You just think that I'm telling you that we need it. So you agree like we do. It ain't none. And so, so I think that
No.
and women, we get mad and we be like, I just told this Negro that we need some milk, but I never said, babe, can you go to the store? Because the men are more simple. In our mind, we're saying to you, we need milk, so I think that you know to go, So that's one thing. And then another thing with relationships is compromise. Because we can communicate all day and we can, have issues and things like that. But if we don't come to a compromise, because I'm not going to always agree. So we got to come to a compromise.
The manipulator's tool. I love it.
That started a compromising and manipulation. Started some stuff on this show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. and to be honest with you, people don't understand that manipulation is not always a bad thing. And so
I love it.
Yeah,
that's what he was saying,
right?
But just like being selfish, we look at selfish because we were taught as kids to share. I don't teach my kids to share because what's yours is yours. You don't have to if you don't want to. Now you can. But we were taught that being selfish is a bad thing, but it's not, because being selfish means taking care of self. And so when we teach our kids to not be about selves, we teach them to put others' feelings and others before us, before our own.
And you're supposed to take care of self first.
Right. And so
they say, once again, to that book, the book say save yourself first.
Yeah, it says guard your heart. That's what the word says. And so in any conversation, because I recently found God, and it's very recent. So,
Hallelujah.
Yeah, At first, I have a different meaning to laying hands now, because I used to lay hands and now I lay hands. And so
don't put them hands on me, man.
It's different for me now because I recently, within the last couple of years have found, the true meaning of what it is, and also that I am God. Yeah, God is in me. I am God.
I appreciate you finding some, whatever you believe in. But me, I don't mind, you can pray for me and all that. Just don't put your hands on me. That's what I tell people.
Well, and if you pray for me, don't play with me. Pray for me, don't play with me. Yeah. So
because I will keep them spirits and them all that. What you got? Don't transfer that to me. I'll leave that over there. I ain't just talking about you. I'm talking about I do this to people. Shit, I grew up in the church with the preachers and shit. Don't come rubbing all that. Excuse my language, but depending on how I feel, don't come rubbing that oil on me. You can pray for me, just don't touch me.
Well,
your prayer ain't the same if you don't touch me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is that once we learn now the transfer of energy and a lot of things that it's everything new now. Everybody woke.
Exactly.
Everybody that woke up, and so they watch a few TikTok videos.
They woke.
Yeah, everybody woke. So everybody know these new sayings about your energy and all this stuff, things that I already knew. And so it's a transfer of energy. And so you don't want everybody touching you. You don't want everybody in your house because it's just like you don't want to sleep with everybody, because again, there is STDs, spiritually transmitted diseases, and people don't understand why they got anxiety. You got anxiety because that Negro had anxiety, or because that chick had anxiety, and she didn't transfer that energy onto you. And so now that we're all
souls in your body running around.
Yeah, but now that we're all kind of waking up and identifying who we are and knowing who you are and things like that, just like when somebody asks me, who are you? Most of the time when people ask you who you are, you go and you identify all of your accolades. Oh, I'm this and I have this, but I know that I'm the source, right? I know I'm the source. I know that nothing moves unless it comes through me, a Black woman. And so I don't tell people what my accolades is because it's none of your business. Just know I'm her.
That's right, Shy. People out here pretending to be religious just to get your money. That ain't living right. Listen, religion is one of the biggest. That's a whole nother subject. Yeah, businesses ever. A lot of. You gotta look at it like this too. A lot of people use religion to duck the motherfucking police, feds, and everything else back in the days. Look at a lot of your preachers. They look like old pimps, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's
The
another
final boss.
subject. Yeah.
I remember I was unfortunately some decades ago in Newport News City Jail, and
One
you
of the
should have seen
worst.
all the you should have seen all the dudes from the streets that was into church, they was into God now and everything like that. It was going, and I'm not downing them. I'm not knocking nobody, first and foremost. But they, like Rob was saying, they was using that to get out. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Also, in my heyday, the easiest place for me to find a chick was in the church.
Oh
They
yeah.
wanted they were looking for
They the
men.
worst. The worst.
Only thing I had to do was go in there and say hallelujah, hallelujah, put a little teardrops in my eyes. Oh my God, yeah, all the women love you. You know what I
Me and
mean?
Kind of
Pierre
the
was talking
same.
about that
I
earlier about these church
I
women.
I I am not advocating it for the people out there that's looking at this podcast. Don't do that. That is so wrong. That is
Why
so
is wrong?
wrong.
But
Why?
JT,
They run game everywhere else. Why is wrong? Tell me why it's wrong. I'm dumb. Let me know. I ain't got no. Let me know why it's wrong.
It's wrong to run.
but
It's
you know
wrong to
what?
run game on folks, man.
All right, okay, that's what we saying.
But you
But
know what? Though?
just because they church folk, you can't run. They run the game. Shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
But
man.
in the
I mean, let
system built up,
21.
it's okay. But with the system built against us, I call it finagling a bagel, right? And so with the system
Mm-hmm.
built against us, you really can't knock nobody hustle for real what they choose to do, whether they choose to run to God or what they choose to do. Because one thing about it, I'm in school. I got $40,000-$50,000 worth of debt. They told me if you were Indian, and I'm like, oh well, I got good hair. Let me go get tested because I want to make sure that I can go to school for free. I'm gonna test the Indian part of me, knowing I got it in me somewhere. But if I can finesse it and finagle it, I'm gonna cut every corner that it is cut because the system is built against us melanated people anyway. It's not for us. This world is not for us. So anything that I can do to manipulate the system or manipulate, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm Andy.
No question. All right, so we had a good show, and I normally do it at about 30 minutes in. Normally we do it, and I don't even remember what I wrote up, so we're gonna figure it out today together. So I got this little segment we do. It's called 5 for 5. Where we pick 5 topics or questions and we talk about them for 5 minutes a topic. When that 5 minutes up, you hear the music and we're going on to the next topic. Let me see. Let me see if I can load them up. I think I put them in here. I think I put them here Tuesday or Wednesday, so they might be old topics. We might have talked about them already. Let me get to my. Damn, there.
Wake up, big money. Wake up.
Yeah, he know.
I got 5 on it. Now, Rob, where's Toya at? So she talk about. So she wanna. You know what? I don't worry. Don't worry about it.
We gonna get her in a minute. Oh,
Don't
so
worry about it. I'm gonna get her straight. I'm gonna get her straight. Don't even worry about it.
topic number 1. 5 minutes is going. Topic number 1. Shit. Let me come back again. Oh, don't lie. Did the team you picked to win the Super Bowl win the Super Bowl? And what was your thoughts on the game? Just an easy
No,
topic.
because Kansas City trash.
I knew it was gonna be a hater to come out first. Come on, Corey. I know you still on here. Hey, listen, I'm a Kansas City fan. We got our ass whooped. It happened. We got a couple of Super Bowls in the last few years.
I about to say Mahomes turning to Prescott out there. I hope ain't no Cowboy fans up here. Mahomes turning to Dak out there.
That hater that said something at first.
Hey, I'm just letting you know my team winning next year.
I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it to go down like that.
Who, my team?
Yeah.
Oh, the Washington Redskins. Yeah, we still Redskins. Yeah.
I'll be down there with the Giants next year.
Oh no, sir. No, sir. Come on, don't put me. Come on, man. I worked my way from Dixon Court. Don't put me back down there, baby. Come on now. Come on now.
What you said, JT made it.
Yeah, Shy said she wanted the Eagles to win.
I wanted the Eagles to win. I lived in Philly for 20 years, so I wanted the Eagles to win. After I left Virginia, I was in Philly. No, not 20 years, 16 years before I came to Ohio.
You said KC.
So I wanted Philly to win.
D say he didn't want to see the three-peat.
It's no
I think
three-peat.
the whole world was rooting against the three-peat. Nobody wanted to see that.
No,
And
I
people
was, I
tired
was,
of
I was going to
Mahomes.
Kansas City.
Look, I was tired of Patrick Mahomes getting all them calls, brother. I got tired of seeing it, man. I'd have seen two people. I'd have seen two men headbutt each other and they get a roughing the passer pass. I got tired of seeing it, brother. I got tired of seeing it.
I'm a football fan, so I can respect that. But my kickback to that be they ain't changed no rules for Patrick Mahomes like they did for Brady.
I don't like Brady either. So
they changed several rules for Brady, but
they have.
We still got about a minute left on that. That's right.
Yeah, but I think y'all not making it back next year though, KC. Though I think they're gonna give it to the Bills next year. Or I think the Bills are gonna finally do what they need to do. I think the
they
Bills
wanted
is
him
only
to go this year, but I just they want Josh Allen to be the man. I hope he get nothing.
They want him to be the man. That's the crazy part. You're right. They want him to be the man.
They pushing him to be the man. Hopefully, Lamar can tighten up and get on this thing, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shoot, how y'all like that halftime?
Next
5 minutes up.
It's tough, yeah. What's going on with all these plane crashes?
Wow. Sad.
We know what's going on. DEI.
She said it.
Yeah.
She said it.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see. Hold on, somebody else. I'm going on crazy.
Somebody on the plane, ain't it?
Come on, Joe, you had to mute your joint, man. I didn't know if you was on the toilet, the plane, or what. Good God. Yeah. But I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see, like.
Don't be muting my stuff, dude. What's wrong with you?
Man, that joint was horrible, no? I'm waiting to see like a list of all the people that was on these planes to see who was like connected to certain things or whatever. I don't think they released
the level of importance.
It's all political. It's all political. Just like when Trump came into office before, we're right there at the COVID. So the planes dropping ain't number COVID. It's a different version. It's a different version of COVID. Is that they trying to kill off as many people as they can. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know that's right, Vaughn. I know I ain't getting no one no time soon.
I'm chilling right now too.
Just as good as my passport got renewed. Talking about something crashing a plane. Now I gotta walk.
Another one crashed today, didn't it? Didn't another one crash today?
Yeah, one ran into another one. The 10th. Yeah, that was yesterday. Vince.
Yeah, today or late last night. Something like that. Yeah.
Where?
Out in Arizona, I believe. Don't quote me.
It was out
That
west.
was the other day.
It was two famous
the wing
people
clipped the other plane. That one?
Yeah.
That was the other day, yeah.
That was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yesterday. The 10th.
Okay.
Yeah. Out of the blue, all this. And then with that first one, the
that Black Hawk jump was crazy.
Yeah, that was
that's private. You're on the private chat with us. That ain't the comments. You got to go in the comments to put that. That was a private chat. You put that in.
Where am I missing it? Because I can't only just see like every minimum comments that kind of like come up. I can't see all the. Is it because I don't have Facebook?
Oh no, you only see what I'm putting on. Are you on the phone or your laptop?
I'm on my soul.
So you probably got to put. I think it's you'll see something to say more.
Comments.
You see more, and then you hear more to show all the comments.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Somebody read it to me later. Baby. I might call you.
Like they flying across. Shit. Yeah, the plane thing is crazy. My bad. I got caught up with that. My man told me about this, and with the aerosol cans and the Fabuloso, with the recalls, they causing major upper respiratory infections and breathing issues. Y'all been up on that?
CFCs.
It's
Yeah,
TFCs.
yeah, they say Fabuloso is tripping. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, they say
Yeah.
Fabuloso doing something tough, and it's listen, it's what's so
Yeah.
funny is they saying I'm cleaning the bathroom with some Fabuloso.
Ain't it,
Like,
man?
But you know what? I urge y'all to watch the movie. It's a movie on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's still there, called Dangerous Waters or Deep Waters or something like that. And it's talking about, have anybody seen it? I see JT shaking his head. But they've been doing that. It's been
Yeah.
that. So when they came out with those pans, the non-stick pans and all that stuff, and people having miscarriage and kids coming out with cleft lips and people getting cancer and stuff like that. That stuff been out there like that. Now that we woke, nobody ain't sleep no more. Everybody's starting to pay attention to these things. So that stuff been in Fabuloso. It's been in, what's that stuff that all mamas and stuff clean with? Y'all think y'all want to
Pansol and all that.
Yeah, the kids got ADHD not because it's hereditary. It's because it's in the stuff that you clean your house with. We boiling that stuff and all types of stuff. You wonder why the kids out here kirking out. And then, not nothing towards white people. I don't know if white people is listening or whatever, and I have nothing towards them. I got a few white friends. But we starting to act like them. we starting to do stuff, killing our mamas and stuff like that. That stuff is in the food. It's in the,
Yeah.
But I digress. I digress.
I just think for the ones that's quote unquote getting woke, like you say, so many people in tune to social media, they ain't gonna read nothing, so they learning from social media whether it's incorrect or the correct stuff. That's how they get all their knowledge now. Social media. So a lot of that stuff they only knew about it from the news or picking up certain magazines or books to read, and we know a lot of our people just not doing the reading.
They don't, and they following.
See,
And
somebody just said that as I was saying that too. Social media makes information easily accessible. Yes, right or wrong information.
right.
It's AI.
Yeah. But you got to think about media manipulation, just like how they try to make it seem like it's more black people out here that's dangerous and stuff like that. But we not the danger. I'm more scared of a white person than I am of a black person because they was the ones cheating
There's no
us.
There's no
Before the 5
race.
minutes,
There's no race more dangerous than the Caucasus people since history. That's all they do: kill, steal, destroy, and take whatever they want.
And then,
Yeah,
then
and
that's why Andre 3000 said back in the day, y'all want to hear me, y'all just want to dance. Now y'all trying.
right, right.
Go
But
ahead, tell me
we us as people though, we got to stop sharing that narrative though, because it's always us sharing the fights, the women fighting and getting their hair pulled, and the guys doing all like that stuff.
We're helping it.
We're helping it too much. We're helping it too much. I see it all the time, and entertaining sometimes. Don't get me wrong. I see some of the fight stuff. I'm like, oh my god! But us keep sharing it. We're making us look like thugs and animals, which is it's way more of us that's not.
But you know what that is, JT? You know what that is? It's because people want to be stimulated. And so we got to, it's all stimulation. And so then that's why they call it race baiting or they call it whatever baiting. People want to be stimulated. That's why I don't have Facebook, because everybody wants to be stimulated. No one picks up a phone anymore. Everyone goes on Facebook and make a status, and then that way we can interact that way. Nobody does that. Nobody picks up the phone. When the last time we wrote a letter? And we rely on, things like that to be stimulated. And I think black people, a problem with us is that we don't understand that we're the kings and queens, not the jesters. And so we get up there dancing and singing and all these things because we have turned into the jester. We have turned into the entertainment for what the king and queen is. And that's what people think they are. So while we dancing and doing the latest TikTok dances and showing them, giving them all our sauce, they want our rhythm and not our blues. And so we're adding to that. We're adding to that by pulling out our phones or uploading those things and laughing and all those things and teaching, and instead of teaching our kids what our rightful place is, and that's on the throne and not being the jester.
Right. Right.
Jess, you added to the stage. We're going to topic.
Hello all.
What's going on, Jess? Topic
Not
number
much. I'm
4.
headed out to work right now, so I'm gonna be moving a lot, y'all. But I'm here.
All right. So it say, how important is your sleep? How many hours you get of sleep that's good nightly? How many
4.
hours you get of sleep at night?
Very
About good
important.
4.
As many
About
as I
4 of them,
can.
I'm straight. Yeah, 4 hours good.
Yeah. My sleep, whatever I can catch.
About 5.
Right
About 5.
now, I'm on these fluid pills, so I'm waking up every hour going to the bathroom. That's
Yeah.
question.
See, my mind be racing at night, so I'm up pretty late. But I get 5 in. I think I get five in at least a night. 'Cause
I'm giving
I'm
feedback. Go ahead,
I'm right back. I'm down at night, probably maybe like 6. Cause I try to be a sleeper like by 12, but I got to get right back up at 6 o'clock, get the kids off to school and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Then get to the gym, then to work and stuff. So yeah, about 6 hours. But I nap throughout the day though too. So yeah.
Yeah, at one point in time when I was driving trucks, man, if I could get 2 or 3 hours in, I was good. But I was running crazy. Probably wasn't good or healthy neither, because I was maxing out my hours daily, working, driving, coming home, doing coaching, running around doing this. Like you say, I'm falling asleep. 12 o'clock, getting back up 3, hitting the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
My bad. I didn't even go to it. There's a lot of comments. My bad. Let me see. That's why they're trying to get rid of TikTok, all types of information. Most of the shots say mostly wrong. So it's the data. Speeding through, man. So I make sure I get y'all content. 6 to 7. Oh, there you get some good sleep, 6 to 7 hours.
Who that, Lil Joe? Yeah, he getting some good sleep.
Yeah. He said eat cucumbers at night. Yeah, somebody was.
Cucumbers give you energy. Wrong.
I heard cucumbers at night was good.
It's a natural source of energy, so it doesn't help you sleep.
I think somebody said eat pineapples at night.
Pineapples is good. Yeah, pineapples is good. But cucumbers is a natural source of energy.
What? I was looking at reading something the other day. It saying read for 30 minutes before you go to bed and relax your mind and your body and winds you down. I'm gonna try it.
All right.
Rain sounds.
Right.
Yeah.
Rain sounds. White noise.
Black white noise or white noise?
White noise.
I about to say I can't use my comb. They can't come in my home. Ain't no white noises in.
Do that echo in there.
Say rain sounds. Do rain sounds.
It's probably the new person.
Is you echoing, Shy? Yeah, Shy, you echoing. I don't know if you're on speakerphone or what. It's echoing and feeding back. It's all good though. You're gonna be here. We're gonna get it right. Yeah, man. Sleep. Let me see.
You still hear it.
It's light, but it's
what I had.
Are you listening to it and on at the same time?
No, I just got this StreamYard link open.
Yeah, they be a little tricky sometimes. Let me see somebody comment. Somebody say they do a journal, they pray, they read, rain sounds on YouTube. Yeah, I used to be a little crazy. I used to in the wintertime. I used to put the fireplace, listen to the little popping of the wood on YouTube. Let it run for a couple hours. Then it get me bored and take me down nice and easy.
Clove oil. If you put clove oil in your diffuser, that helps you go to sleep as well. A weighted blanket helps you go to sleep as well. I struggle with sleeping, so yeah, I just got me a weighted blanket probably like 3 weeks ago, and I've been sleeping real good. But the clove oil, it does something with you, like it's like natural melatonin or something. I don't know, but it'll take you out.
Magnesium also.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody else said Yvonne said she loved the fireplace.
Magnesium.
Shit, the best thing to put me to sleep, let her rub my back for 5 minutes. I'm out like a baby.
Hey.
That heated blanket, weighted blanket to do for you.
Yeah, it give you that. It makes you feel like something, pressing on you.
Not being on your phone. Because the light stimulation.
I got the little cloud thing going on in my room, so I just turn on my cloud and do the rain noise thing. The little the little angle short. I got other stuff up there. There's adult stuff. But I got the little cloud stuff going on and stuff like that. Yeah, hanging from the ceiling.
Oh man. Last I think we on 5. Yeah, the last one, man. This on that one I was gonna go live just to talk about the Irv Gotti and 50 Cent joint, right? I see a lot of people giving 50 Cent flack because he say he's smoking on the Irv Gotti pack.
Nope.
And he mad, they clowning him because he died, he trolling him. I'm just saying this, man. If a person shoots you and then take out multiple hits on your life trying to get you killed, why the fuck should I have respect for them? Fuck them. That's slow.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
I absolutely agree. I think the people who making those comments about 50 must not know the history between the two of them, because if that's the history, then and it's 50 Cent. He say anything about anybody, and like Young Buck and Rick Ross and Big Meech, and so it's like it's 50 Cent, and that's what I expect him to do. I like it, so I'm all for it.
All right, that's my 2 cents. This is my 2 cents, right? Yes, they were beefing. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying he just opens himself up for anything that comes from that. Like whether it's like you got the right to do whatever you want to do, but you also got to be able to handle what come behind that. So somebody
I don't even think he's worrying about that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times most dead people don't worry about it.
He's alive though, man. He's alive.
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, you see what the current climate is. You talk about smoking on ops. The ops people got a right to spin on you. I
don't think 50 Cent cares about any of that. Like that's his attitude though. Like he don't care about none of that. Like he's gonna say what he want to say. He's gonna do what he want to do. He got security. Clearly, he ain't scared. So, like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
And then
I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying culturally, like it just don't make sense.
But guys, what I think it is. I think it's what we're all struggling with is expectation. We're expecting 50 to act a certain way, and those who know who 50 Cent is and how he is, just like the young lady said, he's gonna react. He's gonna react. So we're expecting him to take whatever road that we would take if it was us, but he's taking the road that's best for him. The man that killed my brother, I'm not going. If the man that killed my brother dies tomorrow, I'm not gonna be up here saying, may he rest his peace. I'm gonna say,
but
yeah,
what I mean. So because of who I am, and because of the people know me, I'm taking a high road to certain things. They're expecting me to be like, rest in peace, whatever. But because me being killed, but I'm not doing up the nigga that killed my brother.
Absolutely, absolutely.
No. Listen, we say worse shit to people that done less to us. Like allegedly they the ones supposed to got him shot 9 times. Okay, if that's not true, it's true that they didn't try to take out multiple hits to get him killed. Like paying somebody to kill. I'm not fucking with you. What if that would have been successful? I would have no longer been here.
Absolutely. I'm with 50. I'm with 50.
If I was 50 Cent, the next video. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I was saying. I'll go to real quick. I was just about to say, if I was 50 Cent, the next video they would have seen of me would have been pissing on that man's grave.
Damn.
Straight up and down. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. That would have been the very next video would have been me pissing on his grave. Because like you just said, what if you would have been successful in killing me? Ain't no coming back from that. Ain't no coming back from that. You trying to kill me. It's up until it's down. Straight up. Right. And one went down. And one went down.
I wouldn't have went far as pissing on his grave. But I ain't knocking you for doing that if that's the way you felt. But at some point, certain things you do to certain people, it ain't no coming back from. It ain't no whatever. I'm never fucking with that. I may not be beefing with you no more in life, but I ain't fucking with you. And call it what you want to call it. You gotta respect that person.
Yeah, in 1998, I would have took it that far. In 1998, as far as doing all that, But in 2025, a little different. But it took me because at first I was like, oh my God, 50 is childish. She needs to grow up. But then when I thought about it, that nigga that killed my brother. It's like, yeah, okay, all right, okay.
I'm gonna address this comment because it's a good comment, and he said Chris said when you get your that's tricky, right? Because certain shit is in the past, but you ain't gonna never forget. Somebody when we talking about, and everybody got different things to do. Murder, or because you moved on, or because you changed, or because people saying that's childish. Everybody got different understanding, different timing. The same way we grieve. I may grieve over the same person's death that we all love for a month. You may grieve over for a year. Some people may take 4 years. Different time. And when that person come around, they come around. Now, if they being childish and still beefing and doing certain shit, I can't expect the person, when it come to murder and certain shit, you can't expect the person to fuck with a certain person. They may not be beefing, but it could be, hey, listen, I ain't fucking with him. If we got to do this together, or we got to do that, or certain shit, I just ain't fucking with him. I ain't beefing with him. I ain't trying to kill him, and I ain't none of that. But you got to respect that person until they come around and get to that level. Everybody ain't on the same level. Everybody ain't in the same maturity. Because I'm quite sure when we was all crazy, that's just my opinion. I could go on. I don't want to go too deep in.
Hey Rob, can I address Chris?
Sure, go ahead.
So we got to think about what it took us to mature. What happened in our lives that caused us to mature, right? Because we are adults. Some people grow, but never mature because you have to grow. You have to go from 45 to 46. But that doesn't mean that you mature. I know a 50-year-old woman still starting stuff to this very day. Don't necessarily mean that because of her age, and a lot of people will holler their age and say, "Oh, I'm 50 years old," but that does not make you mature.
That don't mean shit.
And then the other thing that we have to understand is expectation. That word I'm using, and I'm not using lightly because I don't expect 50 to be anything but 50. So I didn't expect him to grow or expect him to mature on certain things because he is who he is. We're talking about the normal person. Like we're talking about the normal adult that, oh yeah, you 50, you supposed to be grown. Or you supposed to be XY. But it's a 90-year-old lady right now sitting on her porch talking about her neighbor. Just because we go older don't mean that we mature. So when you ask the question, when do we mature? Sometimes never.
And I don't agree with leaving the past in the past no matter what. Like at the end, he put the ... no matter what. No matter what. Like there's people who've been abused and like all kind of stuff and leave it in the past. Like, no, I don't agree with that at all. And some people tired of taking the high road. Not everybody's gonna take the high road. When Michelle Obama said they go low, we go high, I'm like, no, you go low, I'm gonna go lower, depending on the type of mood I'm in. Like,
you expect me to go high why I gotta go high every time, but it's all right for you to go low. The one time I go low is the issue. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. So that's
Shannon
Sharp say?
Unrealistic shit that we. Go ahead, man.
If you go low, I might go lower. Don't stop me.
But sometimes when we go high, it leaves room for people to think they could play with us.
Exactly.
But that's why when and I was saying this to the Cure earlier, like at certain points, like if we go on this high road and we leave in the past and we changing and we doing this, then we just focus on those that matter and those that's moving on with us. Those that don't care, if you still worrying about that and you still trying to prove something to that and you still doing something like that, then you really not changed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've taken a high road several times in my recent healing journey, right? And what I found is,
I ain't know that. Yeah. I'll just go pick up it.
Go ahead.
I've grown, but I've taken the high road, right? But what I found myself doing and taking that high road later on when I thought about it, like
Yes.
I had this person tell me, that such and such said, "Oh, you was the downgrade." And when the person told me that the person said that, I was like, "Okay, well, your opinion of me is not my problem. Your opinion of me is not my business, right?" But after I thought about it later on, I said I should have said, and it burned me up for days that I should have said, "Honey, you've been wearing that same dry wrap since high school, and you talk about somebody is the downgrade boo." Like and it burned me up for weeks that I could have said what I wanted to say to the people. And yes, I am a mature adult, but sometimes you have to let a person know I ain't to be played with. I view you this way. You may view me this way, but and you upgraded her. She's upgraded her life, but she hasn't upgraded her style. You haven't upgraded your clothes. You haven't upgraded your man. You haven't upgraded anything in your life, baby. But because I wasn't able to say that, I'm saying it now.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
She
Yeah,
is
taking the high
will make
road.
sure she see it. But I think what Chris said was good and well, but it's a situational comment, situational joint. It can't apply
Situational,
to
yeah.
it can't apply to everything in the past. Like Shy said, and I didn't even think of that part. Like, what about the abused? Those have been raped. You telling them just leave that in the past and just mature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's situational. You know what I mean? It's appreciate everybody for commenting and getting on. But those one of the ones is situational. You know, everything.
Definitely.
But our mindset as a people, that's the main thing we need to upgrade and work on. Our mindset, our thought process, all that. So
True
Yeah,
indeed.
and pick up a book for all Black people. We need to pick up a book because they say they say that if you want to have someone from a Black person put it in a book, we got to read. We got to educate ourselves, because for a long time we were taught white history and and things like that, and we didn't know. So we have to educate ourselves too, just to know who we are as people. So pick up a book.
White history and Black history starting with slavery.
Right.
Daggone shame.
Nothing before that.
White people don't have history though, so we're not going to even give them that. They're not they don't have history.
Right. Right.
Lord,
Right.
please don't let this go viral at this time for my job.
Hey, listen, I was about to say,
what's her name over there? Lola Black, or only Lola Black thoughts and views disclaimer.
Hey, look, but mentioning that before I go, but mentioning that, sis, I always say this when they do the black-white thing, right? I have full custody of my two middle children, right? One of the reasons why I got custody of my 15-year-old daughter, who's about to graduate high school this year, yeah. But my 15-year-old daughter, yeah, she graduated this year, got 1,600 on her SATs. Janisa Tyler, Google her. But
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Congratulations. Nice.
Thank you. No, thank her. I'll tell her.
Yeah.
But I was going through it with her mom, and we was out in front of the barbershop. I was in Philly. We was outside in front of the barbershop, and her and the new dude came to the barbershop, starting shit and everything like that, right? You know, they got weapons and everything. You know what I mean? All the black barbers sat in that window and watched me go out there to defend myself, because they coming for me. You know what I mean? And the only person that stood up and had my back was a white boy named Jeff Hill. So, and I'm a 5%er. So
Peace,
you understand, it's peace to the God. You know what I mean? So you know how I feel about white folks. But I tell people this all the time. After that situation right there, I judge each person by their individual self.
Yeah.
And a lot of the individual selves is wicked and fucked up. But
Absolutely.
I judge each person. I judge each person by their individual selves from that manner. And I say like this: out of maybe the billion of them that's in the world today, I owe a great part of my life to a white man named Jeff Hill. Because out of all those black people that stood in that window, looked at it, looked on, and it's when Cameron Bones first started coming out, started recording and everything. The only person that did anything to help me was a white boy.
And JT,
My own people.
let me say
That
this
count.
to you about that too. I always say charge stuff to people's head and not their heart, but it's generational too, because we were taught to mind our business. We were taught that if
Yeah.
we were taught that they weren't. They weren't taught to mind their business. They were taught that your business is their business. And so I'm not defending Black people. I'm just defending that we were told that certain things was snitching, or certain things was just
Yeah.
not our business. I
Yeah.
can remember being with my ex-husband and coming down the street one day, and I saw a girl and the boy was turning her every which way but loose. I thought that he was gonna stop. However, it was a stop sign, and he hit the stop and kept on going. I'm like, oh my God, but she getting me. Like, oh my God. You know, but we were taught to mind our business too. So sometimes
Yeah.
we got to charge it to our head and not our heart.
Yeah. I understand it. I dig it. But look, y'all, it is about it's about 10 o'clock. So in the Tyler house home, I gotta get, the kids down
I'm about
and
to
all that
close it
stuff,
up.
y'all.
I'm about to close it anyway. That's why I was waiting on your last statement.
Okay.
That's why I seen Chris and Joe had two comments I wanted to get into, but I'm about to break it down. We went past the time. Listen, I appreciate everybody getting on. It was a great show.
Great show.
I love it. Like, hopefully we have some good moments and we can do this again. But as we said, listen to pleasure. We ended with this same statement every night. May the wind always be at your back and the sun always upon your face. And may the wings of destiny carry you aloft to dance with the stars. Until next time, keep listening with pleasure. And we hopefully see y'all next Tuesday. Thank everybody. This live is now.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace, Lord.
Good night, y'all.